Donnie's appearance in this episode was one of my favorites.
Did we talk about the steamy already at the beginning?
Well, no, we didn't really go into it though. But
and I was breaking. I was breaking the whole time.
This very risky business moment with Donnie. You see his.
They even have like sexy music.
You see his self care. I did not know that.
Yeah, it kind of has like sexy music.
He's doing his daily self care, which was
groundbreaking for men
way more
back
intense
in the early 2000s.
He was very Metro.
Yes, Metro.
He was very Metro at the time.
Metro.
Yeah, Metro was a thing.
That was.
But what was funny is that for the most part, I was always pretty. I played down. I was never big. This is the one moment where I see a little bit
crazy glasses,
a little big come out, and I'm like, I like this. It was fun, and I don't recall this at all.
I do. I remember the steam.
It's like how amazing I think that really shows, the difference in time and culture, how that was considered a metrosexual back in the day. Just
like somebody taking a shower.
Basic skincare routine. Just, oh, wow, so new age.
Well, I mean, I definitely don't think that I represented the metrosexual, but it's more of like a comedic.
Okay, wait, no, be real though. I feel like with Donnie, they definitely, he had feminized like qualities about him. Like he took very good care of himself.
It's called vanity.
Yeah.
It's called vanity.
So
there was vanity, but but I'm saying like the metrosexual was Donnie was still kind of like this very masculine unpolished character. Metrosexual is very polished, very like high maintenance. That's not what this was. So, but it's more of like a little tiny bit, a little dash.
Where'd you get your nails done? They look great, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's called concrete under the nails, bro. That's what it's called.
You actually have very nice nail beds.
Very nice.
Nail beds? What are nail beds?
That means the shape of your nails are very like you could photograph them and have it be like it's like a good.
Oh well, thank you.
You could be a hand model.
A hand model.
Not with all these cuts on my hands.
Strike a pose, boo boo.
I'm someone who likes to do everything, and so I don't ever do it right. I like to just whether it be painting or any kind of construction thing, I wear the clothes I shouldn't wear, and I never wear the protective wear you should as well.
Your dog is getting very comfortable. He's been sitting on me several times now.
Okay.
I like it. I wish I could scratch him.
Yeah.
So deep chocolate. The cool part about this, I do think, was the quote unquote stunt that we had towards the end of this episode. I distinctly remember one thing about this episode, guys. When I was watching it, I remembered slipping on the chocolate with my weird little spandexy sandals that I had. I had these black spandexy sandals, and I had doubles for everything because of all the things that would have to get dirty and worn by, sometimes stunt people. And so I'd have doubles and even triples of things sometimes. And this was one of those outfits that I remember they were like, well, we don't have a huge budget for triples of your outfit. So we're going to give you a very basic, cheaper, outfit that we won't want to reuse during the season. Because actually, I don't know if people know this, but we would have seasonally, we would have closets for each of our characters.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about buying our clothes, but I don't think we talked about what it means to like be a character with a closet.
Yeah.
So your wardrobe person at the beginning of every season shops for you based on the way your body grew, and just like the way the age of the character and just what I think isn't seasonal or like what's trending. And so Mimi would go for all of us, and she would get him Hawaiian shirts of different colors. And
where would she shop? Do you know?
Honestly, that's a really great question. Where she got all those kids-shaped
Hawaiian
Hawaiian shirts for Lewis?
Just a bunch of old vintage shops, like
Maybe.
Iguana and just stuff around town like that.
I think it helped that we were in like a beach community. Like we were in Marina del Rey by the Venice Beach, and like
very
that must have
trendy.
helped.
Well, I think this is more something you guys experienced because there was not a whole lot of growth spurt going on for me. I didn't go through the changes.
So you didn't have a changing.
No.
Okay, they were like, oh, we picked up some new. They don't call them wife beaters anymore. They call them wife pleasers.
Are they? Is that a new thing?
Yes,
really?
So white tee things.
Donnie wore the same clothes for 3 seasons. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, how funny. Well, they were always switching it up, even though the pieces were not stellar pieces. But I had a lot of different closet items.
I wonder what they did for me, because maybe they were expecting I would grow like this when instead I grew like that.
Aww.
You know? So that
I don't
has
think
to
you grew
be
that much though within the what was it, year and a half?
Oh, I definitely
2 years?
plunked on a couple pounds there for sure.
Oh,
but
good.
you know,
That's good.
No.
Fat shame little Steven.
Oh no, it's
I love little Steven.
no, little Steven, you can lose some weight.
I think you said like the one thing you're trying to do is gain some weight now.
Yeah, if anything, I'm trying to gain a little bit of weight now, but
Yeah.
healthily. Not
When did you lose?
not on McDonald's and Burger King. You know.
When did you lose weight?
Honestly, I lost the weight I think during Kicking and Screaming during like their kind of summer camp, because I was kind of learning to be a soccer player. So we're doing 3 weeks of suicides with Dan Metcalf. He was the soccer coach for Team USA. So he whipped our ass into shape for sure.
Wow.
Did you actually have to go through like some kind of summer camp?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. We had to do like a whole 3 weeks of training with. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that was intense.
That's fun.
Yeah, dude, really intense stuff. So.
Do you like soccer?
I like watching it. Playing it for at 32 now. Definitely can't as move as
The
quick.
knees.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
The
can't move as
knees.
quick as I used to for sure. But yeah,
100%.
back when I was younger, it was great.
Yeah,
You know?
that's cool.
How old were you when you did that?
Oh god, I was maybe 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
14, 15 to Kicking and Screaming. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
old was the character?
Oh, he was supposed to be 11. Supposed to be 11 or 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you still had a very young look.
Yeah, still is.
Then,
Yeah, 15
okay.
to play 11. I mean, I thought it would help me out, when I was older in life, and then I lost my hair when I was 17, and I kind of got the short end of the stick.
You lost your hair at 17?
Oh, dude, yeah, I was like
Wow.
starting to go bald when I was about 17.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, I started losing my hair on Even Stevens. It started.
Oh,
it started.
we're-
It started to go thin.
Okay.
And God, I keep forgetting. Give me who is?
Karen, Robin, Troy.
Yeah, Karen.
Are we
and-
talking about them?
Yeah. It was mostly Karen.
They had these
Oh
fabrics.
god,
that
what did
they
Karen
were-
say?
She was not very kind about it, actually. She was not.
What?
Karen was not very kind about anything with your hair.
The hair loss?
No?
Yeah. No, well, she was
You
the
were
first.
teased,
she,
and I
she,
thought that
she,
was
she was the
messed
first
up.
one that introduced me to this thing called.
But she also tried to help, I'm sure.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. You can't help much in that game. It was. It was. I forget what it was called. But it was called like Million Man or something like that. It was like this little fiber.
I remember
it's
exactly.
Like this
They
fiber.
still have
It's like this
them.
fiber lint shit, and you like like a little spritz onto the balding spots or the thinning spots
Yeah.
to make it look. But at least it was like a long gradual thinning over years. But it's funny because I recall when it first started to happen, and I wonder how much of it was a result of obviously genetics, and the other one being like my own action. But there was this little moment in time when actors started combing their hair forward.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I was always the slick it back guy. Always. That's just how I comb my hair. And then my agent at the time had like a couple of guys who were booking a lot and doing a lot of shows. And they were like, you're Midwestern, all-American types.
Yeah,
and their hair was like, boop, just like
Yep.
thrown forward. And she's like, you should really change your hair. You need to comb it forward now to get apart. And I'm like, okay. And so I go into some hairstylist dude and he like cuts my hair and like slicks it forward and puts all this shit in my hair. And he's like, now you got to keep doing this to train it forward because you've been combing it back for so long.
Oh wow.
My head got so sore because your hair, the follicles start to grow in a certain direction.
Sure, yeah.
And then now you're changing the direction of the hair. And
Yeah.
literally it was like clumps coming out
shit,
of my
really?
head. Oh
Dude.
yeah. That was like the beginning of it. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, because of that
damn.
hairstyle.
I think it's because you're shocking the follicle.
Oh my
you shock
God.
the follicle. And so that was, and so,
So you almost like aggravated it.
exactly. I
Okay.
abandoned that, but it was like,
yeah.
it had already started this. So I
Aw.
wonder how much longer it would have lasted.
And they didn't.
Right.
They didn't really have like all this. They definitely have like Rogaine and stuff back then.
Oh, they
Did
did,
they have
but
Rogaine?
it was
stuff?
new actually
no,
back then.
no,
wasn't
no,
it?
no, 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 no.
Because
It wasn't-
just
it wasn't
recently
new.
they started having like the hair
No,
transplants.
Propecia came out a little bit
Yeah,
later.
Propecia, yeah.
But I've never been a fan of any of that stuff. I mean, it does work for some people, I guess, but in general, it's not.
Gets you hooked on it too.
It's not doing much. I just
Yeah.
don't. I don't like the idea of putting
got that wrong
chemicals.
game.
I'm not going to put a chemical in my body or on my head to try to maintain some hair.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Even More Stevens podcast. For full episodes, check us out on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get podcasts. Do you want more of us in your life? Well, then join our Patreon today. Link is in the description.